Spoil mama on the go, lighten up the road, carrying hard and bubbly smile, lifting up the load. Sweet and helpful, got that cheer, every friend all year, witty spark and endless laughs, always bringing near. Every soulless soul, sailing wide, oceans calling true. Travel far, explore, travel far, discover more, seas that sparkle blue. Cruising waves with breeze in hair, trail without a map. Mom and family side by side, take another lap. Oh, my land, take us home where the wild winds blow. From Canada to distant shores, with love we'll always go. Oh, my land, light the night, guide us with your flame. With your spirit, we are free, never be the same. Family ties that never break, love that leads the way. In your arms we find the strength, rocking every day. Smiles that shine on rainy days, through the fog and mist. In your warmth, our hearts are held. Feel that gentle kiss. Oh, like the land, take us home where the wild winds blow. From Canada to distant shores, with love we'll always go. Oh, like the land, light the night, guide us with your flame. With your spirit, we are free, never be the same. Mountains high and valleys low, through it all you stand. Anchor strong in stormy seas, steady as the land. Memory of every trip, laughter on the breeze. With you, life's an endless ride, always here to please.
Hello. Sorry about that. Got the computer there, but my camera's here. So if I look over here for the chat, just know I'm not ignoring you. In a minute, I'll put the camera on the pot cooking stuff in. Today, I decided to try to get in cooking stuff, and I was trying to come up with something to cook. And while I was on the Encore, I tried a few Indian dishes, and they weren't too bad. I've tried a couple things in the past, and I find Indian's kind of spicy, but it's not too bad. Also thought today, after I looked up this recipe, the doctor I used to work for was Indian. And today is his birthday. He's actually 84 today. I haven't talked to him in a while, but as far as I know, he's doing well. So I thought, well, his birthday, he's Indian. And this recipe I'm using, I put the link in the description, so if you want to go back and try it. It's from Manali Singh, cookwithmanali.com, but it's Manali Singh. I mean, the doctor I worked for was Dr. Singh, so a little coincidence there. So, got my ingredients all planned out. I did do a few substitutes. I'll tell you about those along the way. Got a friend in the basement. I'm going to bring her up. That gives me 1 second.
Uh-oh.
Hello, Roxy. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Not too bad. So, can everybody hear me okay?
Yeah?
Okay. I've got the microphone taped to my tripod here. So I'm going to adjust you guys so you can see the pot. I'd rather you be able to see what I'm doing there. Now, it says to do it in a heavy bottom pan, so I have this Lagostino one that's pretty heavy. One she used was like a wok, but my wok's not very heavy on the bottom, so we'll try this one. Hope it works. And we'll start with oil. Now in the ingredients it says 2 tablespoons plus 2 teaspoons of oil divided. But when it comes down to the instructions, it says heat 1 tablespoon of oil, and later on it says add the additional 2 teaspoons. So somewhere is a tablespoon missing, but I'm going to put 2 tablespoons in to start with. I'm using olive oil. It says you can use any oil, but suggests if you're doing an authentic thing, you use mustard oil. Well, mustard oil you have to heat up really high, and then you have to let it cool, and it's like, yeah, I don't think I'm going to get that technical with it, especially since I don't know if I'm going to like this recipe, so we'll see. If I like this recipe, then maybe I'll invest in mustard oil. But as for now, we're just going to try olive oil. And it says over medium heat. Well, I'm going to turn it up a little bit to get it going. 1 tablespoon of oil. We're going to do the 2 in a medium-sized, heavy bottom pan. And then once the oil is hot, we're going to add some cauliflower and some potatoes. I'm going to drain my potatoes while I'm waiting here. So we don't drain and dry the potatoes. They're going to splatter because they're wet. So. No, it's called aloo gobi. So what aloo gobi is, aloo is the Hindu word for potatoes, and gobi is the Hindu word for cauliflower. So it's a vegetable.
Cauliflower and potatoes?
Cauliflower and potatoes. And it's got some onions, some tomatoes, and a bunch of spices. So it's a vegetarian dish. Okay, it says they can hear and see you. So just wait for this to heat up some. So there's the cauliflower. It says 1 small head of cauliflower. Well, I had a bigger one, so it has the weight. So I went by the weight, 280 grams. And it says 2 medium potatoes. I cut what I thought was 2 medium potatoes. And it turns out it was probably more large size going by the weight. So get a little extra potato. Oops. Feel some heat there. Let's try tossing the cauliflower in and see how we do. It's not sizzling yet. Part of it starts with medium-high heat for medium high or medium heat to start with, and then it tells you to turn it down partway through. I hear it starting to sizzle. Looks yummy. Kenny, I swear anything to you, it probably looks yummy. Hopefully, make my tongue slap my brain, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this recipe or this dish I tried from the Indian part of the buffet there on the one day. I tried about 3 different things, and they all were pretty good. I thought I'd try. This one looked the simpler of the 3 to make. I didn't have to mess around with meat and stuff. So, let's cook the cauliflower for 2 to 3 minutes. So we'll get it going for a couple minutes, and then we add the potatoes. Sorry about last week, folks. I just was not in the right headspace to do a live stream last week, so rather than faking a good mood, I would just take a break.
We all need a break sometimes.
Yep. I think this year I've only taken since September, I think I've taken a break twice other than the cruise. I took a break when I was sick before the cruise, and then I took that break.
Are you trying to brown it or just soften it?
Well, it says 2 to 3 minutes, and then you put the potatoes in, and then you cook on medium heat for 7 to 8 minutes until they start to get some brown spots on them. So it's a little bit of both.
Okay.
Which maybe I can put the potatoes in now. I got a little more potatoes than I probably needed. But, oh well.
Television. Now, so far, I can eat that.
Pardon?
I said I can eat that. So far, so good.
I gotta put a little extra oil in there because I got a little extra potatoes. A little more potatoes than it called for, so I don't want them sticking. So they are sticking a little bit. I'm gonna have to grab a different spatula. That spatula was a little too rubbery to scrape them off the bottom, so I don't have to worry about scratching the non-stick. So it says 7 to 8 minutes. So let's give the timer. I'll give 7 minutes to start with. Oops, gotta keep them in the pot. And somebody tiptoeing through here. Background. I need to move some some tea towels, like throwing the tea towels on the floor. I usually, so much for cleaning the stove off. Only stuff on the top of the stove. Mostly cauliflower steam, so I tried it on the ship. It's something a little different, but I like to try new things. Especially when I can have it in a small amount and it's not costing me anything extra. So you're getting a little bit of color in spots. There's lots of spices in this. There was only one spice I couldn't get that suggested if you couldn't find this spice, then you get a little lemon juice in at the end. So if I decide I like this, then I'll buy the extra spice. But I would have had to go shopping around some different international markets, so I didn't get that far today. And it says you can serve it with roti, or you can serve it with rice. I made some rice to have it with. And the rice cooker, so it's already done. Well, I substituted, it said called for cumin seeds. I already had cumin, so, and I didn't want to spend the extra for cumin seeds until I decide I like this or not. So if I like it, then I'll get some cumin seeds. I just didn't feel like spending like $20 on spices today. There's a little bit of brown spots on there, brown coloring. Stick that up there. You get our instructions up. Once this is cooked enough, then put it on a plate with paper towels until I get to the next part. Just get a little bit more color on there. Some of the cauliflower's got color on it. Throwing stuff on top of the stove again. Let's do that. Oh, can't see through mine. There it is.
Yeah.
That one's getting a little bit of color on it.
Yeah. You can see it getting a little bit of yellow tone.
Definitely going to get color with some of the spices. Sorry for the metal scraping there. 2 more minutes. Hopefully get a little bit more color on them then. 1 minute warning. And then a little bit more oil, and then put my cumin in. I have all my little metal things. I measured all the spices and stuff I did. Then cut the cauliflower into little florets and the potato into about 1/4 inch. That way it cooks faster. We'll take that out in just a minute. Okay. Then on a plate with some of those got some color. Put on a plate with some paper towel. Guess I'm not using that potato for that one. I just missed my foot. Got a bit more potatoes than I needed. Oh, hot. So those in the sink for now. Put a little bit more oil in, and then our cumin. We need 2 teaspoons now. Oops, 1. 2.
I don't think I've ever cooked with cumin.
My chili recipe I have calls for cumin and coriander and that. Clean the oil up off the floor so I don't stuff in it. Okay. Well, it's like cumin seeds. I didn't get any seeds, so we'll just put some cumin powder in there, toast it a little bit. And then we gotta throw the medium red onion, chopped fine. Saute that up until it gets translucent. Let the oil add 2 cumin seeds. Well, when cumin, let it sizzle. Add the onion, cook 2 to 3 minutes until translucent, stirring often. It's funny doing this by measure, by weight. Because a medium this, well, what's their medium, or what's a small, or whatever. And I was a little underweight on the onion. It seemed like a lot of onion. Smells good between the onion and the cumin. Smells good. It's making me hungry. I like this spatula. My son got in a set of silicone cookware or cooking utensils. You can really scrape the stuff. Well, it was too flexible for the scraping the potatoes and the cauliflower. Getting translucent there. We're almost there. And then it calls for a 1.5 teaspoons of ginger garlic paste. And it was just like minced or pureed ginger and garlic mixed together. So if I can get it under the, there it is. So just stir that in there. Oops. Till the raw smell of the garlic and ginger cooks away. However long that is. We'll give it a minute or so. Definitely smell the ginger.
I can smell it 4,000 miles away.
And then, sorry?
I said, I wonder how many miles we really are from each other.
I don't know. I have to look that up. And then it called for 2 tomatoes chopped fine. Well, the cost of some of the groceries, I'll tell you afterwards. For 2 tomatoes, it was going to cost me about $3. I got a can of diced tomatoes for $1.99, and I measured out the weight and chopped it up finer. And I was like, that'll work. I still got diced tomatoes to use for another recipe. Put the tomatoes in there. I took 2 medium tomatoes, cooked for 2 minutes until soft and pulpy. Well, they're already a little soft because they were canned, so we'll just give them we'll give them a minute or so. And that's helping scrape some of the good stuff off the cooking on the bottom. Once the tomatoes are soft, add the ground spices. And then you're going to cover it and cook it for 2 or 3 minutes. And I was looking about what she does have a video on. She has the recipe, but she does have a video doing it too. So you can. Okay, I don't need the ginger paste thing. I need turmeric. This was funny because I looked over at my thing of turmeric and I went, "Oh, I got lots of turmeric." I got home and it's like the color of the inside of the container is yellow, but there was barely enough there for the turmeric. Turmeric, red chili powder, coriander, later. That one's for later. Those are for later. So mix those in there. Stir and mix all the spices with the masala. Well, masala is the blend. Now, this is not the lid to the pot, but it's a clear lid so I can keep an eye on stuff. So cook for 2 to 3 minutes. And let's give it, not 10, come on, timer. Let's give it 2. And then we're gonna toss the potatoes and the cauliflower back in, and the garam masala and cilantro. Some of the cilantro. You got it. You and Kenny chatting back and forth. Hey, Busby. I'm making a dish called aloo gobi. It's an Indian dish made with potatoes and cauliflower. I tried it when I was on the last cruise. It was pretty good, so I'm going to try to make it myself, see if it turns out good.
Kenny, anything you eat slaps your brain.
Thank you for wishing Nissa a belated happy birthday for me. I seen it yesterday and I meant to get back and wish her a happy birthday yesterday, and I got sidetracked. The last couple of days, I've been helping out my aunt's friend doing vacuuming and shampooing her carpets, and took down all her draperies and washed those. Not a fan of cauliflower, but cool. You don't like any vegetables. Well, except, excuse me, zucchini. I know you like zucchini.
When you cook cauliflower and you add it to other stuff, it doesn't taste like cauliflower anymore.
A lot of people will like do steamed cauliflower or whatever. I also do it in stir fry sometimes, but oops, sorry. A lot of people put a cheese sauce or whatever on cauliflower and broccoli. I just like butter and salt.
And I've taken cauliflower and cooked it and cooked potatoes and then creamed them together, and I could not tell a big difference. It just gave it a good flavor.
Okay, so now I have to add potatoes and cauliflower back in. And throw
I think you would eat it, Kenny, once it got mixed with other stuff. It takes on a whole different taste.
There's some on the table. There's some on the stove. There's one on the floor. So we got the potatoes and the cauliflower back in. We need to add the garam masala, which is another spice blend. I'll tell you what's in it in a second. That says 2 tablespoons crushed cilantro chopped. And some need some for the end, so it's sticking to me. All right, we're gonna mix this all up. It does smell good. Okay, mix well with spatula so veggies are coated. They look pretty coated to me. And cover it. Cook the vegetables. Oh, sorry, cook them uncovered. That's the point. Low, medium. Okay, I'll turn it down a little lower than that. Stirring often for 5 to 6 minutes. It would be nice if they stayed in the pot. And who's messaging me? Okay, 1 second.
Hey, Miss B, long time no see. Last time I talked to you, you were in your matching pajamas.
Back to StreamYard. Hey, B! Cauliflower wings are delish. Well, today it's aloo gobi.
Abu?
Aloo, A-L-O-O, which is the Hindi word for potato, and gobi, G-O-B-I, is the Hindi word for cauliflower.
Okay. If I could eat cooked onions, I would probably eat that.
So, cook the vegetables uncovered, low, medium heat, for 5-6 minutes, stirring often. And then I'm going to add the salt. And I'm going to cover it then. Garam masala blend has, I can read that, but it's French. Coriander, black pepper, cumin, cardamom, cinnamon, cloves, and nutmeg. I thought we had some. We did have a huge bag of it. My son threw it out. It had been around for too many years when he cleaned out the pantry. So I got a small bottle. Cumin gives it that taco taste.
Hello, guys.
Hey, Kenny.
Hey, Roxy. How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah, I got cumin and coriander and that in my taco seasoning as well. My homemade taco seasoning that I make, which is hit back in one of my videos, or at least one, if not two. Stirring often. Doesn't say how often, just a stir often.
That looks very yummy, Michael Ann.
It smells good. Hopefully it tastes as good as the stuff I tried on.
If there was only a such thing as called smell-o-vision.
Oh, it definitely smells like Indian cooking.
I mean, like I said in the chat, I'm not really a big fan of cooked cauliflower, but I would at least give that a try.
Well, that's what I liked. It was like going to the buffet and it's like, oh, look at all that Indian food. And it's like, oh, I don't know. But it's like, well, and that was a bad day too. I had a whole load of carbs on my plate. You'll see it. I'm going to release a bunch of videos after today. I got 99% of them done. And you'll see it on my plate. There's a whole mess of carbs, some naan, and then 3 small spoons of Indian food along the side. And they're pretty close in color, so it's hard to tell what's what. But I should have gone back and got more Indian food. And
Yeah, I like raw cauliflower, like you put in salad and stuff like that. I'll eat cauliflower that way. But I'm usually not a big. I've tried cooked cauliflower by itself, and I wasn't a big fan of it.
some people like it with like a cheese sauce on it. I don't like cheese sauce on cauliflower or broccoli, but I like it just salt and butter on it when it's steamed. And then, like, I tried it on the ship, but I was like, well, I can try it, just a little spoonful, see if I like it or not. And that was pretty good.
I must have missed that section.
If you went down the left-hand side of the buffet, just before you got to the back, or actually, I guess it's the front of the. No, what's the back? As I said, the back is overlooking the. I get myself turned around. The observation room was at the front or the back? I don't remember now. I'd have to look at the diagram. It was above the observation lounge. But when you went, there was you go down the far right side or the far left side. It was on the far left side, right the last section before the back. What else do I have to toss in here? Oh, salt. And then cook for another 8 or 9 minutes. I'm going to watch it not to cook it to the point of being soggy, though. A minute, and then. Okay. Then add 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt, or to taste. Well, we'll do 3/4 teaspoon. And then cover and cook for 8 or 9 minutes. Low or medium. So don't add salt at the beginning because it makes it soggy. I'm just going to keep an eye here. Stir it for a few minutes. Put the lid on. I'm going to cook it for 8. 8 minutes. Veggies are tender but not soggy. Open lid between and stir every minute or two. If you feel it sticking, you can add some water.
All right, Busby. Have a good evening.
Have a good evening, Busby.
All right. Catch you later.
By the way, Busby, I only eat mayo in certain things like macaroni salad, coleslaw, and I'll eat it in some potato salad, but I like more mustard in my potato salad than I do mayonnaise.
More
And
mustard on a sandwich? You like mustard on sandwiches?
I like mustard on sandwiches, yeah. But as far as slapping mayonnaise on a sandwich, nope, that's a no-go for me. I know there's people that eat mayonnaise and tomato sandwiches, and my grandma, she used to love mayonnaise and onion sandwiches.
I'm not a fan of mayonnaise, but I'm more the Miracle Whip person. But only on on a sandwich or in like salads.
Yeah. And I'll eat it in my. When I make egg salad, I'll put it in my egg salad. But there again, I like more. I like more mustard, and I'm more of a. As far as condiments go, I'm more of a ketchup and mustard.
Just gonna stir up my rice here, fluff it up. So it doesn't get clumpy.
And I do like hot sauce too. So.
Rice sits too long in the rice cooker, gets all clumpy. That's not really sticking. Get more tomato and stuff on the spin wraps than I have in there. Be that and that and dill pickle mayo or bacon mayo is good too.
I've never heard of those.
I hadn't either.
I've never heard of those, but
There's all kinds of different flavors around here. See you later, Busby.
welcome, Busby. Later.
Thanks for coming in. See, I'm not a big mayo thing, that person. So same with sour cream. Sour cream in things, fine. I'm just not one to sit and eat sour cream.
I don't eat sour cream. I have to cook it in recipes and things.
I'm the same way. I won't. It has to be. If I eat sour cream, it has to be in something to where I cannot taste it.
Now, I like making homemade dip with sour cream,
Yeah.
but as to sit there and eat about a spoonful like I've seen some people do, no.
Or big globs on a baked potato. I just like butter and salt on my baked potato. I don't need a bunch of fancy things on a baked potato.
Now I do like it on a baked potato.
But when I do my taco bowls or tacos, I usually put some salsa and a little bit of sour cream on there. Or I mix the sour cream and the salsa and use it as dressing on my taco bowls.
One time I thought sour cream was supposed to taste like, like sour, like Cool Whip, what? I
That's a big difference.
I thought it was supposed to taste like that one time. That's when I tried it, and I turned it down. And I was like, nope, this ain't for me.
Nah, heat it up and put on stuff. It's pretty good. By the spoonfuls, unless you're putting onion powder and stuff to make a dip. No.
Or say throw some ranch seasoning or something in there, but Candy doesn't like ranch either.
I don't like ranch either. Nope.
I will.
Okay.
I will mix sour cream and some onion soup mix, the powdered onion soup mix, and make chip dip out of it.
Yeah, that's good too.
Got a couple minutes. And then remove pan from heat and let it sit covered for 5 more minutes.
Although I have had bacon ranch cheese one time. And now that was actually pretty good. It had more of a bacon flavor than it did a ranch flavor. So I actually liked that pretty good.
And my son likes bacon Caesar dressing on Caesar salad.
Yeah.
Which is good because we never seem to have bacon bits around to go on Caesar salad.
How's your day been, Roxy?
Pretty good. I went to the grocery store and spent too much money.
I know that,
Hard to do.
Well, when you walk in and you see Disney items, you go crazy. This is a charger I bought. You lay your phone on it, it's supposed to charge it. So I'm seeing if it works.
Was that an oldie?
No, that was at Lidl's.
Wow, noodles.
Yeah, and the lady, when I went up there to check out, the lady says, "When did we get Disney stuff?" I said, "I have no idea. I just walked in, going past the stuff that's not in the refrigerator, and there it was." And I walked down the other aisle because they have it all grouped together, but it was in different spots, so you had to look over 3 aisles to find all the Disney stuff.
So I remove pan from heat and let it sit covered for 5 more minutes. I put a little bit of lemon juice in it because I didn't have the one slice, the Amsure mango powder. So it's suggested using a little bit of lemon juice at the end.
I don't know if you can see it because it's too bright, probably, but they had Stitch kitchen towels. Bought Stitch, and I bought Winnie the Pooh and Tigger.
Cool. That is so cool.
Yeah. You don't expect to see that. And I said, well, she said, we have Disney stuff from time to time. This is only the second time I've seen it there because the first time was last year, and it was kids' pajamas with stuff on it. And I said, yeah. But that's the first time I saw that. And I needed a new hairbrush, and I was going to go to Sally's Beauty Supply and get another one. But they had these
Yeah.
Mickey Mouse.
Wow.
I said, for $3, I'll try a Mickey Mouse one.
Cool.
Yeah. And then a phone charge, another phone. Yeah. One of those you plug up like you're out at a park or somewhere and your phone's getting low, you can hook this up to it.
So cool.
Portable power bank.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I said, well, I want to see how well it's going to work because I like the one I have that's attached to my selfie stick. I like that one because it's with you. But these kind, they're harder to use if you're going to be walking around. So these are more like you're sitting in the car and you don't have a charger, but you have this, or you're on a bus ride or something, you know.
Yeah. Welcome back, Michael Ann.
Oh, it's got to sit for like 5 minutes, so it's got about 3 left. And then garnish it and we'll serve it some rice and they'll show you that way.
Ah, okay.
We'll see how it tastes.
Yep.
See whether I make it again or not.
Yeah. So how's your day been, Michael Ann?
Yeah, pretty busy. Had to catch up on some dishes here because I've been busy the last couple of days cleaning from my aunt's friend, and then I had to call message my aunt say, "Can you run me out to the grocery store so I can pick up a couple things?"
I understand.
And then I came back and got everything prepped for tonight, and then I just sat and relaxed for a little while and watched some videos. Like I said, I have a whole bunch. I got like 20 something videos and shorts to release. I didn't release it today because I was wait till the live stream was done. And then I think I have maybe 2 more to edit. And then I'll be releasing those.
Yeah.
I'll release something daily. It might be a video, it might be a short.
Okay. Did you ever? So I take it you must have finally got yourself dug out of that snow, didn't you?
Yeah, there's probably 6 inches out here, but we haven't. Well, it tried to snow a little bit today, but it wasn't enough to stick to anything. Got 1 more minute. The last week.
I know the transportation van didn't run all this week, and they didn't run all last week either.
I'd rather have the snow than sleet and freezing rain. Snow packs down and it's not too bad to drive on. The freezing rain, when you end up with black ice and all that, that's a little scarier.
But the transportation is going to try to run Monday, but they're going to be on an hour delay.
Okay, let's see what we got here. It looks pretty good. Get a bowl. Nice.
Was that your phone, Roxy?
Yeah, I had to turn it off. I hit a button and it started playing somebody's video.
No.
I don't see if this had any charge at all. And it's got a little charge on it, so see how long it's going to work.
Yeah.
Pork. Oops. I need to get cilantro in the door. There we go. So over some rice.
Ooh, that looks really yummy. I wish I could be there at your place, my Glenn.
Let's see what it tastes like. Not bad.
What would you rate it, my Glenn?
Maybe a 6 or a 7. That might be a little spicier, but let's see if it gets spicier while I eat it.
So you like spicy foods?
I don't mind them, as long as it's not too spicy.
Oh, it's not too spicy?
There's a little bit of warmth there, but
Hello, Armstrong Adventures.
hey, Bill, how you doing?
Hey, Bill.
Oh no, it's Mr. Bill.
Who just got back from a cruise or still on a cruise. One or the other.
It's not bad.
Not
I
bad.
thought it'd be a little spicier. There's rice there. Some there. Add some cilantro.
Yes, it's
Could have cooked a little bit more.
now Indian food. A lot of it's spicy, right? Or
Yep. I could have cooked a little more. That piece of potato was a little crunchy, but how's the spice profile? Not bad. Could have used a little bit more warmth.
Yeah, pretty mild. As far as things go.
Yeah.
As far as Indian food goes, anyways.
It's like,
I'm sure if I gave this to any of my coworkers, they'd be like, is there spice in this?
yeah, I could have used a little bit more heat to it. I would say it's okay. It just needs some more warmth. I'll let Trevor figure out what else it needs. Because they eat Indian food more often than I do. You can look at the recipe and
This here?
yep, that's the recipe there. Could use
The cumin seeds would add a little bit more.
I know the garam masala has some black pepper in it. Could have used even a little bit more of that and
More black pepper,
Or more.
sure.
or more chili powder.
Could use more chili powder, but it could be a little bit overpowering with the chili powder. Honestly, if you had dried chilies and put it in it, it'd probably be pretty good. Like a literal dried chili.
Or ground up some of those chili flakes.
Yeah. That would also work.
Yeah.
I bet if you wanted to change the recipe up, you could probably use some of that spicy sausage.
Spicy sausage?
Sausage.
I never will forget on that first cruise with
Sarah and Red.
Sarah and Glenn.
There's spicy sausage. There's spicy sausage. You got chorizo in there and hot Italian in there.
That would make for a very
No,
confusing
I wouldn't-
flavor profile.
I wouldn't put it in Indian food. No, I just allowed more spices next time.
Now, for someone who doesn't like spice, that would probably be just right for me.
Yeah.
I like spice, but not heat spice. Not hot.
This wouldn't be too spicy for you, V. Yeah, because I use I make the bulgogi. Has more spice to it than this.
Yeah, I never will forget. Never will forget that on the first cruise.
I like them. I'm really well. I think I'm subscribed. I really haven't seen much. But this is a vegetarian dish, so I was thinking. See, I'm not a huge fan of butter chicken.
You've had good butter chicken.
Maybe not. Maybe my son needs to make some butter chicken.
Maybe I'll just wait for my old boss to have it on special, and I'll have him do it.
That's always a good idea. Well, I made this today. It's Dr. Singh's birthday today. And the recipe comes from a girl with the last name Singh as well. So
Ooh, we're singing today.
it's a Singh day.
We're singing.
I'm trying to remember what the stuff I tried. I wrote the other two things down. Do you think I can think of them? Nope. Well, the other two recipes had meat in them. That would mean I would have to thaw out meat, and cut that up, and prepare it as well.
In the butt.
Veggies were easy.
I mean, you were already cutting up veggies, but.
Hey, Georgianne.
Hey, Georgianne.
Increase the seed.
I put extra potatoes in it too. It was more than called for.
Miss Georgianne.
Definitely would make it again, but definitely would adjust the spices to it.
Did you say you would not make it again?
I would make it again, but I would just adjust the spices.
Oh, you would make it again and adjust the spices?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
This is what it's called, aloo gobi.
Aloo gobi.
I have all the stuff I need, except I need some more turmeric, and I need more cilantro. There's one more thing I needed. Oh, another red onion. Maybe get that. I'll make some on the weekend because I got lots of potatoes, and I got still a good part of the head of cauliflower. So it was ridiculous. I went to get a few groceries. It still calls for 2 medium potatoes and all that. And they recommend either russet or a yellow skin or yellow flesh potato. So I'm going, okay, I'll grab a couple Yukon Gold. I'll grab a third one just for good measure, make sure I have enough. And grab 2 tomatoes and I was going to went to the self-checkout and I started doing the thing and okay, you gotta put in the code to see it. 3 potatoes was going to cost $8 and something.
Wow.
For 3 potatoes?
And for 2 tomatoes, it was going to cost me almost $3. And I'm like, and then I remembered, oh crap, I was going to pay with cash and I can't do that at self-checkout. So as I'm heading out of there to go back, to go to the other checkout, I went and thanks. I went back and I went, okay, I put these potatoes back, and rather than getting these 3, I got a whole bag, a 10-pound bag of potatoes for $5, russets, and I put the 2 tomatoes back and got a can of diced tomatoes for $1.99, and I only used like maybe not even a third of it. So it's like, forget that. And then I had to grab a couple spices that I didn't have. The garlic ginger paste and garam masala.
Garlic ginger paste, is that coming together?
Mm-hmm.
Almost over on that side.
I've never seen it. I've seen garlic paste.
I've seen ginger paste, I've seen garlic paste, and then I've seen this was, I think, around, I think it was around $5 for it too. Let me think. Gotta grab my wallet. Let's see.
Please don't let me run upstairs.
$5.99 for that jar.
That big of a jar will last a good while.
Yeah, and we do a bunch of Asian cooking too, so ginger and garlic is fine. The garam masala was a little tiny bottle. It was $5.50. The head of cauliflower was $5, and the whole bag of potatoes was $5. The onion was $1.32.
So, what would that be in US dollars?
My total was $26.50. So, let me, 26.50 Canadian to USD. So it would have been about $19.33 for you guys. And it
So
cost me $26.50.
So you would have spent about $20 US then,
Yep.
and just on a few little groceries.
Yeah, I had how many items? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I had 7 items. I also had one of the small packs of peanut M&Ms.
Oh, okay.
Which was $1.50 at that grocery store, but I could get it at the dollar store for 95 cents.
And it's the same thing, right?
Exact same thing. The difference between our the Canadian dollar store, Dollarama, and Superstore, the grocery store, was 65 cents. The same thing. I can go to Dollarama, get it for 95 cents, but if I go to Dollar Tree, which is an American company, it's $1.25.
That makes absolutely no sense.
I know you can go to one grocery store in your town and then go to another one and the prices are higher or lower. You know, you just have to know where to get what on sale.
We'll even go to the cheaper grocery store down here, No Frills. It's still over $1 for a small little pack of M&Ms. I could have gone down there, but when it comes to some of the stuff that would have been international food type stuff that I was looking for. That they don't have the variety at No Frills. Like, and it's No Frills. There's no big variety. You go there and there might be two different brands of some kind. Like, say the canned tomatoes, you might get the Nome Name brand and Elmer brand or whatever is popular. Whereas, like, you go to another grocery store and there's maybe three or four different varieties of something. Oh well. Not bad. I would definitely make it again, but change the spices up a bit.
Mm.
That was interesting today. I hear the letter carrier come along, and so I go check the mailbox, and I get a thing of vacation specials from Expedia Cruises.
Okay.
It covers all kinds of different cruise lines because they have a welcome aboard sale coming in March 4th to the 13th. Look at a 3-night cruise, Bahamas on Royal Caribbean, which ship Wonder of the Seas for August for $1,121 Canadian.
Wow.
Or you can pay $114 a month, and that's perfect day at Coco Cay and Nassau.
I don't have any travel plans at all for a while, so right now.
The Carnival, we have the Mardi Gras, May 27th, 2027, an Ocean View, $1,199. At Half Moon Cay and Celebration Key, so they're both Carnival ports, and it really doesn't give a lot of extras, other than a little bit of onboard credit. At MSC, Virgin Voyages, and that's only a 4-night cruise on the Mardi Gras for $11.99. They have a 7-night Western Mediterranean. Whoa, that's a Western Mediterranean. I was like, well, that's out of the because then you need flight on top of that. Well, that was a Norwegian Epic. Another one on Celebration to Cozumel, Roatan, and Celebration Key, $11.62 for October. That's a 7-night. Then it goes. It's got Disney. They don't even give a price. It says cost. Call to inquire. No, it's only a 4-night cruise. On the Dream in October. Fort Lauderdale, Castaway Cay, Disney Lookout Cay. Holland America, Princess, Celebrity. A 10-night Ultimate Southern Caribbean on the Ascent. Fort Lauderdale, Phillipsburg, Castries, whatever that. St. George, Bridgetown, St. John's. Azamara Cruises. That was a $5,000 Alaska cruise. Yeah, no thanks.
I will be, if weather permitting, they're calling for some nasty white stuff coming my direction this weekend. Starting tomorrow night, going in through the weekend. So we shall see.
I've seen one of the 7-night Alaska cruise on Celebrity Solstice for August. $2,900, but it doesn't even go out of the States. It goes out of Vancouver. to Icy Strait, Point, Skagway, Endicott Arm, Dawes Glacier, Juneau, and Ketchikan.
I think my phone froze again.
Are you frozen, Roxy?
I think so. We'll just stay frozen.
You got Avalon Waterways, Amma Waterways, the Viking cruise, the Rhine getaway on the Rhine River for $4,099. The most expensive one I seen in here was a 10-night Mediterranean for $13,600. Yeah, plus your flight over. Interesting. The only thing I got today in the mail is Expedia Cruises. I'll look into it. Yeah. Snow for sale, $5 for all you can shovel. Well, somebody was trying. Oh, was it Busby that was trying to sell us ice last week?
Well, I'll say this. You'd think with this being government housing that it would be required for them to clear off the parking lot and the sidewalk and things of the snow and ice and stuff, but that's wishful thinking. If you want anything done, you gotta do it yourself.
We're lucky, somewhat lucky here, that our landlords pay for this company come out. They put a bin of salt out there, and there's a bin at the back here. And then the neighbors has a couple bins, and so I just take my bucket out and I refill it out of their bin. But they have people that come and they'll shovel the front walk so that the mail can come, and they'll put some salt down.
Mm-hmm.
And they have the odd time the plow comes in, but it just plows one straight thing through the middle, unless everybody's car is gone on this side, then it'll come over this way a bit. But even where they've plowed up through the middle, it's not down to the cement or the tarmac. It's probably a good inch or so packed down on top of that. But hey, Danny.
Hey, Danny.
And then we have to do our own. I have to do my own patio and back steps. So there's a pathway from the back door to the gate and then down the steps. Otherwise, there's snow pile up on both sides.
I will say this.
I don't know if you can be able to see it or not out there. Oh, there's a little bit piled up on top of the barbecue on the end.
Yeah. I will say this. My Uber driver last week, he did have some of that de-icer stuff, and he asked me, do you want me to pour it on the ramp? Because the ramp where I've had so much snow and ice here, I've had snow and ice about that deep. And nobody's, like I said, nobody's come to even salt it, shovel it, or I had to get my friend the other day that come and got me to take me to see Dad. He shoveled when he got back. He brought me back, but still, there's still some out there that didn't, but at least now you can see a ramp now.
That's good. I was shaking my head my niece was away last week. My aunt picked me up and I went over there and borrowed her car for a while and then took it back to her. And the other girl that lives there with my niece, they've done a crappy job of shoveling. and like for my aunt to get it from her back door out to the car, and it's like, and they bought a bag of salt, but they keep it at the front door, so there's nothing at the back door for my aunt to put out on the step or anything, and I'm just like, kind of want to lose it, but it's like, If I'd had the extra last week, I would have bought her a bag of salt, put some out there, but.
I think Roxanne did freeze, did you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I froze.
Yeah, her driveway is long, but they like see where the side door is there, V, and they got that step up for her. From there towards the backyard, snow is piled up, and the blue boxes and the garbage pails are laying all over the place, and I tried to scrape up what I could and make pathway better for her, but it was heavy for me too, and it was kind of frozen, and like come on. I wasn't impressed, but my niece was away last week, and her boyfriend took her to Cuba, and it rained all the time she was there except for 2 days. Well, that kind of sucked. So when I went 6 years ago, I think we had rain one evening. And I'll be in bed early tonight. It's been a long day. I was sitting before my live, about a half an hour or so before my live, doing the head bob. It's like, nope, can't take a nap now. Do it after. Clean up the dishes and turn in early. Or maybe edit another video. But I got a bunch of different well, I've already released one with Kenny laughing.
I'll have to go and watch it.
I released that one. Oh, when did I release that one?
It was.
I have to look because it was a short.
Because I thought one where you said that you broke me or something.
We broke Kenny.
Yeah.
492 views. I don't remember what I said, but the way I said it had you laughing.
On the laughing video, it was fun.
Yeah.
Funny fun.
I don't know if I
I
can
should have got one of him and me tasting that chocolate Jello. I did not like it. I ate 2 bites and said, "No, thank you." Kenny said, "Oh, it's great," and kept eating. It was just I didn't like. I don't know what it was, but it wasn't good.
We broke Kenny.
Don't you worry about it.
Well, Reese's Peanut, you don't understand. Reese's Peanut, like this. When you said that, Michael, I won. He's nice. I don't even remember what it was either. But
I don't remember what I said, but whatever it was, the way I said it, I know I was picking on you a lot that night, I think.
oh.
Yeah, that was funny. I broke Kenny.
For those that may not know, Daddy has a birthday covered up next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday.
Yeah.
Oh. Danny Griswold?
And next Wednesday, the 11th,
Yep. Whose birthday is it?
is Daddy's.
Oh, Daddy. Papa's. Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Dad's is next Wednesday.
That's right. Break Kenny, wasn't he already broken? That's half the fun is getting Kenny laughing.
Oh. Hey, Joe.
Hey Joe, how you doing?
Hey, Joe.
Yeah, he will be turning 76 next Wednesday.
A young 76. Yeah, I got confused. I thought Kenny said Danny too, not Daddy. It's like Danny. I know Danny D's birthday's not till March. Just on a break at work. Well, thanks for stopping in, Joe. I was made some Indian food, aloo gobi. No, I could have some more spice to it. Let's have to figure that out.
Well, if you heat it up for leftovers, add more spice.
Yeah, also definitely. I don't need to add salt to it. Maybe a little bit of salt. Definitely some pepper.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Gesundheit 3 times over.
I make it again. I'll add some stuff that has some heat to it. The flavor's good. It just I'm used to Indian spices having a little bit more heat, so something was just not working overly hard today. No, I don't blame you. Buttered chicken and rice for dinner last night. Well, the only buttered chicken I've tried so far I wasn't a fan of, but my son said he would make some. I'd have to try that.
What is butter chicken?
It's got a creamy curry. Bless you.
Got a what?
Gesundheit.
Creamy curry sauce to it.
Oh, okay. When I think of butter chicken, I think of chicken with too much butter on it. Over buttered.
Well, I was trying to think of what to make yesterday. I was trying to think what to make. I'm going to do a cooking one, and it's like, well, most of my easy recipes I've already done a live on or a video on. So it's like, I thought, well, maybe I'll look up something that one of the dishes I had on the cruise and see if I can find a recipe for it. Try making it myself. So that's what I come up with, the aloo gobi. At least when I tried those few different dishes, I took a picture of the little sign above it, so it said what it was. But
Thank you, Danny.
we'll see. Try cooking something else next time, or not next week, but I don't know what I'm doing next week.
Woo.
Bless you again. What has got you all sneezing?
I've always been a 10 times sneezer. When I sneeze, I don't know why, but
I have a cousin like that. Get up in the morning, he'll sneeze like 13 times in a row.
yeah.
Oh, beef stroganoff. That sounds good, Joe. I haven't made stroganoff for a while. Probably gonna make some mushroom chicken this weekend. I've got chicken breasts in there, and I got all the other ingredients in the fridge.
Well, I made a homemade chicken pot pie that I'm going to eat tomorrow. And tonight I had a chicken dish. It's chicken and cream of chicken soup, sour cream, and you mix all that together. And you crumble crackers on top with butter. But I did it different. I added a little bit of grated squash I had left over in it. And I was using puff pastry for the chicken pot pie. So I put that on top of it. And I baked it till it was done. I said it's good, but the original is better with the crackers than the puff pastry. But it was something different.
Well, my mom got the recipe from a lady, only they called it company chicken. So I say company chicken. My kids were like, "What's that?" So we just call it mushroom chickens, but it's basically take chicken breasts, throw them in a casserole, and I mix up cream of mushroom soup, can of mushrooms, and some onion soup mixed powder and together, and pour that over and throw it in the oven for 45 minutes to an hour. See you, Joe.
Bye, Joe.
Then serve it with rice, and the sauce is good over rice. And it is super easy to make. Just throw it all in a pot and cook up some rice. Although I think we'll have to need to get some more rice soon. Oops.
I've had beef stroganoff, and it definitely make your tongue suck your brain good.
Yeah, I've only got that much rice in the bottom that need to get some more.
That's about a 1 serving rice left.
I have a recipe that my mom made for stroganoff using steak, but I think actually I don't want to buy any more groceries because my aunt and her friend and I are going to London tomorrow on Monday to Costco, so I gotta save some money for Costco.
I like Costco, but they just sent me a message saying it's time to renew again. And I really don't want to renew again because I haven't been but once all year, and I don't see paying the price just for one-time use. If it was next door to me in my own hometown, and I'd have to go 25 minutes away, I would get another Costco card, but we don't. We have Sam's, not Costco.
Well, we don't have anything here in town. The closest is Costco, 1 hour away, and without a vehicle, it's a long way to go. It's too far to go. So last time I was there was last May with V and Steve.
With Madame V.
Because V and Steve have a Costco membership, and we went to Poutine Fest.
Are they closer to a Costco, or they have to drive to?
I think they have one in their town. I'm not sure. But they're also close when they go to their trailer. They're close to the one in London. So when I went down for Poutine Fest, I borrowed my aunt's car at the time and met them at the Costco parking lot. We went down, had poutine, come back, and then went shopping at Costco. There's a few things I wouldn't mind getting. So my aunt's friend has the membership, so.
My problem with Costco and Sam's is you go in there and you try their samples and you take it home and it's not as good as what they cooked. You wonder why did I buy it?
V says they have Costco 15 minutes from them. Well, I can get what was it? At that time we went down, it's 2 loaves of the low carb, gluten-free bread for $13. And for me to buy the same loaf here is almost $10. Toilet paper, yep, maybe. It's my money, so I'll decide what I'll make these. I just bought toilet paper. Plus, these guys want to give me some money. And then I'd have to give it to my aunt's friend to pay for the stuff. I definitely want gluten-free bread. I was thinking about some other things today. I'd have to write them down before I go. I'll see if the guy has stomach pills for Trevor in the big size for a decent price. Until I convince him to go back to the doctor and get a prescription. Drag them both out to a doctor. Get a checkup. Get your blood work done.
I was actually surprised when I went to the doctor last Friday that they did not weigh me.
Well, I got weighed back in October, and it was a lot more than I wanted to be. Not my heaviest I've been, but so I've started trying to eat better.
Most doctors weigh you when you go in because they gonna put the scales right by the door that you go in most of the time.
The last 2 times I was in was for a lady exam and then stitches to get they got rid of my little friend on my nose. I had stitches to get out there. I need to go back because I had a x-ray done on my back, the pathology for this, and I need to get a form filled out. I think my son's off next Wednesday, so I'm going to drag him to go make an appointment. They told him he was not an active patient anymore. And it's like, he was there like a year ago. Not like me that went 5 years without going to the doctor. And his girlfriend doesn't have a doctor, so get her an application. Get everybody checked out. Want to nag at me? I'm going to nag back at them. I got lazy. I got bad. It's time to take care of myself.
Yep, I was supposed to go back a couple, 3 months ago, and since I already had the medicine, and because of a mistake, I don't know how, someone said, well, if you don't take one every day, the pills add up. If you miss a day here or there. I said, yeah, but they didn't add up to 90 days. I know I didn't miss 90 days. So somehow or another, I'm ahead. And so I said, well, I should have went to the doctor last year around Christmas, but I didn't. So I'll break down and go after I get back from my cruise.
Yeah, so I waited until I got back from my cruise to do a lot of stuff. But there's things I wish I had done before, like that stupid thing on my nose. I went in on a Monday, and he goes, book her an appointment for a Friday for ambulatory care. And I was like, if it was done that quick, I was figuring he was going to refer me to somebody, and then I'd have to go wait for that. So if it was done that quick, could have had that done months ago, before I went on the cruise and have pictures of me with it on my nose. But oh well. But
I don't even notice it.
It's not there anymore. I had blood work done. I should have waited a little longer after the cruise to have that done, but I had another appointment scheduled middle of December, so it's like, well, I want to get it done before that. So my cholesterol's a little high, so he put me on pill for that. My B12 level is a little low, so I started taking a supplement for that. And he said my sugar was a little high, so.
Yeah, my cholesterol was high, and I said, well, let me try, doing it myself with things at home. Went back 4 or 5 months later, and he said, your cholesterol's still high. We need to do the pill before you have a heart attack. And I'm going, oh, give me the pill then,
No, he gave me a prescription. He goes, do you want to try some medication for it? And I was like, I don't know, maybe it might be a good idea. I don't know. So he gave me a prescription, but I had the prescription for about a month before I got it filled. And I stopped at the pharmacy that my cousin, well, it was my cousin's. He sold it, but he still works there. He's semi-retired now. He can travel more. He was there when I went in. I had a couple questions about other things. So I would talk to him about it. He's on the same medication, but a lower dose for something that sort of heart related. So he goes, I've been on it. The worst side effect could be this, and it's like, well, I've been taking it for a week and I haven't had any side effects. So I got looking at stuff and going, yeah, well, all that crap with your high cholesterol builds up and it causes heart problems. So, yeah, better take care of myself.
So I do have to go back and get him to check it again. See if it's working.
But actually, my cousin was able to look up through the lab that I went to, because it's a public thing, lab, and looked up my blood work. But he goes, "Oh, your sugar's a little high there," but he doesn't look like he did an A1C, and I thought he did. So when I go to see the doctor, I'm gonna have to ask him, "Did you do an A1C?" Because if that's high, then probably have to look at taking care of that, because my birth mother did have diabetes. So did my adopted mom, but
I have to be careful with that stuff myself because it runs big time in my family.
and I did have a tester thing, but tried it and it's not working. I tried putting new drum of stuff in it, drum of tester tabs in it, still not working. So I looked at them the other day at the pharmacy. They're about $30-$40. It's like, should give myself another one. The little picky thing still works. I got lots of the little things to go in it, but see what he says. So I'm going to take care of
I don't want to have any more health issues than what I've already got. So,
you need to stay on top of all that stuff.
yeah. So,
I figured I got through this far in life without being on a regular medication for anything. So it's like, yeah, that's pretty good. I did pretty good so far. Just on one pill and one, I take B12 little gummy things. Hopefully that bring my B12 up enough. Probably explain why I was tired.
I don't take a B12. I take a vitamin that I found at a store that's no longer here in Douglasville for your eyes. But it's got enough stuff in there that it could be used also for making your immune system so you don't get sick before you go on a cruise or after a cruise, kind of thing. So I found them, forgot I had them, started taking them again. So I'm going to use them until they're gone. And I have to look them up, see if I can find them again.
Well, when I was doing the essential oils more, that I was on supplements through there, but that got to be like $100 a month for the 3 supplements I was taking. So I was like, yeah, no.
That's why I like going to discount stores, what I call the hole in the walls, and you can go in there, you might find the vitamin you need, at a cheap price.
I probably should take a multivitamin, but we'll see.
that's what I do every day. I take a multivitamin because a while back they said that my potassium was low.
Eat more bananas. I don't like peeling and eating bananas, but these guys keep buying them and then they don't eat them, so I throw them in the freezer. So I've been using them making a smoothie.
You don't like bananas at all, do you, my friend?
I can't peel and eat a banana.
Me neither.
I don't like the texture, but we got bananas in the freezer. I'll cut one of those up. I got a little blend jet for Christmas, like a little personal blender thing. I'll throw one of those in there. And we have oat milk right now. Bought that by mistake instead of almond milk. And I throw a little bit of sweetener and like a spoonful of cocoa in there, like cocoa powder. Tastes just like a chocolate shake.
Yep, I don't like bananas, but I've had like Jell-O with the banana flavor in it. As long as it's mixed with something else and I don't really taste the banana, I'm good with it. But I cannot peel one and eat it. It just,
Yeah.
yeah.
Or the people that remember back when people did all kinds of things with they put Jell-O and they would put fruit in it or whatever, and I'd have one man that would do a Jell-O, but she would put sliced bananas in it. I'd eat the Jell-O but pick the bananas out of it. Or people that make banana cream pie when they put sliced bananas in it. Like, don't wreck it. Just put the cream stuff. And I'll eat banana pudding. I'll eat banana flavored things. Banana bread, banana muffins, fine. Can't peel and eat a banana. The texture is just bleh.
That's me. I just never have liked it. Blech.
Same thing with the texture of avocados. Nope. Because we know Kenny loves avocados.
Only
I'm just checking to see if you're listening.
Well, see, I like avocados when I take a raw onion and put it, with that and a little sour cream, make avocado dip and salt and pepper.
Nope.
I can't eat tomatoes, so I have to leave tomatoes out. I can eat it that way. I can eat it warmed on a toast. But I can't sit there and peel it like a lot of people are doing now. They're peeling it and eating it with their dinner. No, it's got to have something else mixed with it.
Although what I should try, my OG friend Troy from Ontario here had a recipe for chocolate pudding, but it's made with avocado.
I've heard of that, but I've not tried it.
I haven't tried it either. Now I could do that with probably cocoa and whatever else that was the good fats, a little bit of chocolatey flavor, and then not taste like avocado. Then maybe I would do that, but just I don't like guacamole. I don't like avocados, but I know they're good fats, and I gotta look more at the good fats than the bad fats for the cholesterol.
Yes.
Next time he messages me, I should say, do you have that recipe still? I know there's some online, but I know he was telling me about. Well, I got groceries the other day, and I bought healthy stuff rather than. Although having potatoes and rice today was not that's too many carbs, but oh well, it was somewhat healthy, just a little higher in carbs than I needed.
Yeah.
Not doing keto yet, but probably eventually. I'm just cutting back on the junk. And yes, I'll eat peanut M&Ms off and on, and I eat my dark chocolate off and on. But I've gone through a couple bags of pork rinds. The spicy ones, that was burning my mouth.
Yeah, I bought pork rinds again today, the barbecue flair from our Dollar Tree, because I had some when I bought my groceries a couple of weeks ago. I didn't want to go out when it was going to be snowing. So I had it delivered the day before the snow. And I didn't like those from Kroger as good as I did the Dollar Tree. So I went and got some more. So is Scott coming on tonight?
Should else go on, Kenny or Danny? Hey, Scotty J.
Hey, Scotty. I'm froze. And I've been froze for about 30 minutes. But I thought we were going to be finishing. But we're still talking.
Danny, can you find this link for me? And I'll pin it. Now I watched Scotty J and Jeremy and Cheryl the last night
Yeah, last night.
with Scott from the Mustard Drill. It's good to see him back.
Yes.
I went and looked, and I was still subscribed to him.
Yeah, he said he hadn't been doing a lot of videos, but he's going to get back to it.
There we go. Scott's pinned at the top there. He'll be up in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're in my head all the time, Danny.
I'm
Place.
gonna probably head off here myself and get ready to go talk to Dad. He tried to call me a few minutes ago.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in probably about 5 minutes.
Thanks for having me up, my queen.
Oh, thanks for coming up, Danny. Or Danny. Kenny. I'm looking at Danny's name and Danny says, "Tell your dad hi for me, Kenny."
Yeah, I will. I usually call him every night before I go to bed, so.
But I get to meet Danny in a month from today. I don't know if they're coming in. I'm coming in on Thursday. I'm not sure how I'm getting there yet, but I think Rafferty's going to pick me up again.
Well, I hope y'all have fun, because like I said earlier on, in my last live, I've had things come up that I did not know was going to come up. So that's the reason why I'm not going to get to go to the Helen meetup this year.
Do you have a ride?
I actually told the person that I would not be going because I had some stuff that come up with me and Dad.
Yeah.
I'd prefer not to say on the live.
That's
Okay.
You'll be missed, but you've been to.
Yeah, well, I will say this is this is gonna be my first one I've missed since the Germany meetup has ever started. So yeah.
You probably won't miss much.
I was glad to join you guys last night, Scotty. Scanning it through to see what's on. I was like, oh. Danny's going Friday. They took off work. And you're going cruising next week, isn't it?
Yep, next Thursday. I leave on the 12th. I'm going, staying 2 nights in Disney area. Our daughter may come up and meet me. I don't know yet. And then I'll leave out the next morning, take an Uber to the port.
MSC Grandiosa.
Yep. And
Is that how many days is that cruise?
7 days or 8. 7
Nice.
7 nights, 8 days, something like that.
Well, take Lears because I don't know what. It's been cool down in the Caribbean from what I heard.
Yeah.
Well, I looked it up and it's supposed to be raining when we get to Nassau, but little rain won't hurt me.
You'll be in the casino anyways.
Yes, I'm gonna go to the casino.
Just need an umbrella.
Yeah, and we might meet not Chris and Liz. What's the other couple? Greg and Michelle.
No,
They're going to be on a Carnival cruise, and they're going to be at the same port we are, at the same time, same everything.
Nice.
So we might meet up with them, me and Lori.
I was hoping we'd run into Troy and Sandy when we were in Grand Cayman, but I didn't. We didn't. I just waved at their ship. They were on the Prima.
Yeah, but they're going to be on the same it's the same. They're doing the same thing we are. Yeah, we're doing the island. They're MSC's island. You know, I don't think they're doing that, but they're going to be in Puerto Plata when we are. But Puerto Plata has 2 ports, and so they're going to be at one port, and we're going to be at another port. But so I guess we're like a couple miles from each other.
They're on a carnival ship?
Yeah, they're on a carnival.
We'll be at Amber Cove then,
Yeah.
which is like right beside Puerto Plata.
Yep. So
On my Facebook. My cover picture is from Amber Cove.
Mm. Well, anyway, thanks for having me up, my Gwen.
You're welcome, Kenny. Thanks for coming.
Bye, everybody.
We'll see everybody next week. It'll be a surprise what we're talking about. I don't know. Bye for now.
bye.